Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on a 2011 Chevy Malibu. We're going to be replacing the front axles on both sides. I'm going to jack up the car, put the jack stand under there, and we're going to take off both tires. I'll show you guys that once we get the jack stand under the car and have both sides leveled out. Alright guys, you're going to need a 19mm to get all of these lug nuts off. Alright, we got that off. Now we're going to take the tire off. And I'm going to show you what you need to do next. Alright guys, for the next step, we got the tire off, obviously. For the axle nut, the one I'm working on is a 35mm. Just to show you guys that. Fits on there perfectly. Some videos that show it was a 32 or something like that, but this is a 35. It is what it is. So make sure you check your sizes so you know what size you need. And alright guys, before I go any further, I want to take the knuckle bolt loose. I said the axle bolt loose. Sorry about that. This is how I'm going to take out the axle. I'm going to take off these two 18mm bolts. I'm going to take this caliber off. And once I take these 18mm bolts out, I'm going to take the nuts and bolts out. And we're going to be able to move this back and forth. And we're going to hang this up so there's no pressure on the brake line. Hang it off of the strut, most likely. So yeah, we're gonna do it that way so we can lean the whole knuckle forward, and I'll get out the axle that way. Then we crawl under the car with a pry bar and pry out the back, or maybe tap it with a hammer to get it loose. So I'm gonna set the camera up and I'm gonna get to doing that stuff. Caliber bracket, caliber mounting bolts are a 13mm. I'm just gonna get these loose and go from there and get a better angle. Get that one out. I will show you guys the other one, but it's going to be pretty redundant. So I'm going to get that one out and I'm going to come back to you guys once we have this hanging up. And then we're going to move on to these two bolts. Alright guys, I got the caliber out. Now I'm going to take these out. Like I told you before, these are 18mm. There we go. Keep those goes flat. And you're gonna tap these out. And there is another way to do this. You can just take the bolt out of the lower part of the knuckle, where the lower bolt, the lower control arm and the knuckle connect. You can take that out instead of doing what I'm doing. That is an option. If you want to do that, the lower bolt on one side is a 15 millimeter and on the other side is a 16 millimeter. But I've always done it like this. I know it's a little bit more tedious. It's just what I'm used to. Get it there. There we go. As you can see, everything is loose. Set that to the side. So now we're going to work on getting the axle out the rest of the way. And I'm probably going to prop this up as well, so we're not putting too much pressure on the outer tie rod end. I'll be right back to you guys. Alright guys, I tested it out with the pry bar, and I did it off camera because I didn't think it was going to work, but I think it did. So yep, comes out pretty easily. We did lose some oil. That's not great. Matter of fact, let me put this back in there.
No, 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 no. Wait. Wait.
Alright guys, this has been a long time since that last scene. Got some more tools as you can see, but I'm always honest with you guys. I end up ordering the wrong set of axles. They were for 2011 and up. This one is a 2010 and back. I think that's how it stretches, even though the bodies are the same. But had the wrong axles, had to wait a while to get the new axles, but here they are. Just don't have my gloves on. Here they are. Well, here's one of them. I don't know why I said they, but we got it in there. No more leaking fluid. Here's the old one. And because I took so long and I messed up ordering the wrong ones, it's raining now. So now I'm in this little garage doing the work. So I'm gonna put this in here, put the axle actually in the knuckle, bolt it down, and then we're gonna move on to the passenger side. But you guys saw me slide it out of there, and it's the same thing going back. You're just gonna push it until you hear it click, until it locks in place to where you can't turn this axle, especially if you're in park or if you're in neutral, whatever it is, it should lock into place. So I'm gonna put the camera down and get this in here, put my gloves back on, and I'll be back to you guys once I get the other side torn down. We might have to go outside for that one because there's just not enough room in here. But I'll be right back once I get this one in here. Alright guys, we got the new one in. Everything fits perfectly. For some reason this nut that came with it is a different size than the original nut. Let me see what size it is. This ended up being a 36 millimeter and the other one was a 35 millimeter. So maybe if you order these exact parts, because I'm going to put them in the description, beware of that. So hopefully you have a 35 and a 36 to get these on here, but everything else, the teeth line up everywhere, everything is locked into place. It's good to go. So I'm not going to bore you guys with putting the rotor and rotor and brake assembly back on, but I'm going to do that, put the tire on, then we're going to move to the other side. But before I do that, I wanted to, I guess, just babble a bit, just because I did mess this up by ordering the wrong parts. Just make sure if you're anything like me and you have parts saved to your Amazon, not parts but cars, you can type in one of your family members or clients or whatever license plate, and it saves it on your Amazon account. So I have 2 Chevy Malibu saved. One was my little cousin's and one was this car. So with that, I thought I was ordering parts for this car, but it was my little cousin's old Chevy Malibu that was a 2011. He doesn't have it anymore, that's why I said old. So beware of that. Make sure if you are fixing on a lot of cars, make sure you're checking which car you have selected if you're ordering from Amazon. But most of my parts I do get from Amazon, so if you're looking up these parts on Amazon, just be wary of that. But enough of me blabbing, I'm gonna get to work. Alright guys, I didn't want to bore you with taking off the tire because we already did that. We got the knuckle out. I said the knuckle. We got the axle loose from the knuckle, and now we're gonna take these 2 bolts out from the strut. I know some guys take the lower control arm bolt off, but every time I mess with one, it's like they're corroded in there, probably because I'm in Ohio. But these come out way easier for me. I know it's a little bit more work putting this up, hanging this up with the bungee cord and taking off the rotor to make this lighter and easier to move, but it's just the way I do it. If you don't want to do all that, you can just take this bolt and nut off that connects the lower control arm to the knuckle. I believe it's a 16 and 15 millimeter. But enough talking. I'm gonna go get the hammers and get these out of here. I'll be right back to you guys once I do that. Alright guys, that's my bad. I forgot to turn the camera on. I had to crawl under the car with a pry bar, and I pried like right about there. If you can see that, right about there, I pried right against that, and now it should come loose. Let's see. There we go. And as you can see, this end of the axle is a little bit different, but so will your new one be. So I'm gonna slide the new one on there really quick. Give me a second, guys. Not gonna do any cuts right now. Just gonna toss it on there. We are out in the rain right now, so
Oh man, damn.
the teeth to mess up. Alright guys, I'm always 100 with you guys, straight to the point, and I want to be more honest with you guys when I'm having problems. I think this axle, obviously if you look at it close enough, it's not the same. If you look inside of here, it's not lining up at all. So I don't know if they sent the wrong axle in the package, but The teeth don't line up at all. So I'm going to put the old one back on. It's not torn or anything, but I'll have to let my customer know about it. And sadly, we can't return it because it comes in a set. But I'm gonna put the old one back on and we'll wrap up the video. Alright guys, like I was saying in that last scene, the passenger side, axle for some reason didn't fit. I'm guessing it was either packaged with the wrong axle, because the driver's side slid in with a little finagling and slid in. No hammering, no rubber mallet, none of that stuff. And as soon as I tried to put the passenger side axle on to the shaft, because it's a female end, so the shaft inserts into that axle, it was like it was too tight. It was too...
That's what she said! Michael!
narrow, I guess, because it only got to the tip of the shaft. This sounds so weird, but because of that, I just tapped it off with a rubber mallet, and then I put the old one back on, and all I have to do with the old one is lift it, turn it, and push, and it was it. No forcing it, none of that. It slid on perfectly. So I wouldn't call this job a success, but partially so. Now I have to do some research on what I can do about that other axle not being replaced, because the old one isn't horrible. There's no tears in the boot or nothing like that, but I want to replace both of them. That's how it works. That's how you should do it. So I got to figure out how, or why I should say, that happened, and see if we can get some money back or something, because that doesn't make any sense. The driver's side axle went in perfectly, and this time I checked my parts for sure. 2010 Chevy Malibu, and the passenger side still didn't fit. So I got to do some research on that. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Let me know if something happened similar to you when ordering parts from Amazon when they come in a pair, because this is my first time experiencing this, and I'm really trying to wrap my head around how it happened, because the first mistake was mine, ordering the wrong parts, wrong year, all that stuff. But these were the right year, everything. Driver's side axle fit perfectly, but the passenger side did not fit at all, was not the right width or something on the inner side of it. The everything else on the outside, the circumference, everything looked the same, but the inside of it was not wide enough. It was just too tight of a fit, and it didn't slide on easily without any problems. Using a rubber mallet, in my opinion, when doing axles, is something that you usually don't need to do. So, and when I tried to get it on there, it was just fighting me every inch of the way. But that's enough of me talking, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave in the comments if something like this happened to you, and let me know what you did. But that's enough talking, man. Peace. Catch me in the next one.